Hello everyone and welcome back to Moonmothgoddess Tarot. Thank you guys all so much for being here, your continued love and support here on the channel. So today's big card reading, we're going to be doing a you versus them reading. We're going to be looking at what your feelings and energy are towards your person, what their feelings and energy are towards you, and then we'll also look at the energy connecting the two of you. We'll be getting some messages, using message cards from your person, and then closing out the reading with anything else that Spirit has to share about your connection with the person. So we do have 3 crystals out for you guys to choose from. For group number 1, you are going to be the blue Chalcedony, if I'm pronouncing it correctly. Group number 2, you're going to be the yellow Aventurine, and then group number 3, you're going to be this Fuschia crystal here. I'm not sure if it's an agate or it might be an agate. There. Okay, so if you already know which crystal you feel the most drawn to, you're more than welcome to skip ahead to the timestamp, but I am going to be adding in one of these cards. And this more or less is going to be looking at what the energy is connecting you and this person. Okay. So let's choose something for group 1. For group 1, Spirit, what is the energy connecting group number 1 and their person of interest, the person on their mind, in their heart? What is the energy connecting group 1 to their person? Okay, so group 2 with the yellow Aventurine. What is the energy connecting group 2 and their person? And group 3 with the fuchsia agate. Okay. So let's take a look and see what we've got. So for group 1, we have the Vision, which is card number 55, and that is with the blue Chalcedony. For group number 2, we have the Venom, which is card number 63, and that is with the yellow Aventurine. Okay, and then group number 3, we have the Comic, and that is with the fuchsia agate, and that is number 26. Okay, so those are the choices for today. Once again, group 1, you are card number 55 with the blue Chalcedony, the Vision card. Group 2, you are the Venom with card number 63 and the yellow Aventurine. Group 3, you are the Comic card number 26 with the fuchsia agate. Timestamps will be down below. Pause the video if you need a little bit more time, and I will see you guys at your reading. Hi group 1, so those of you that resonated with the blue Chalcedony and the Vision card, this is going to be your reading today. So we're doing a you versus them reading, and this is the energy that is connecting both you and this person. I do notice that in this card that there is 2 people here that are holding hands surrounding this little image in the middle. And this little image that's here is actually another card that is in this deck, which does remind me a lot of the Hermit energy. And it's basically a little person that is inside. It looks like a little cave in the middle of a mountain. And I always see mountains, whether it's a tarot deck, an oracle deck, as a challenge or an obstacle to kind of overcome. But I like that in this image where both people are kind of holding hands, I feel that this energy between you and this person is one that is very supportive, very healing, is something that where there is shared growth and a desire to learn, because I'm seeing that there's two owls here, one on each side, and it makes me feel that both you and this person have a mutual or shared vision of wanting to change, which I also like because this is number 55. Fives are about changes, but I feel like this is changes for the better. And I'm noticing that it's also very black. There's a lot of this black and white here. So that kind of gives me like this energy of like balance here. There could be a lot of things that are coming up between both you and this person. I feel like that are catalyzing a lot of healing for both you and them. There could be a lot of their shadow that you are illuminating and vice versa. Down here, it looks like there's a little red light, and that almost kind of gives me that energy of something being illuminated here. So it makes me feel like both you and the other person are wanting to move beyond whatever challenges and obstacles are in or on your path with each other. One can even be going through, you know, a dark night of the soul where the other one is supporting, you know, through a spiritual awakening. And I feel like just wanting to offer support with that. So we're going to pull a little bit more, but that's what I've got so far with this. Just kind of sitting with this. Kind of feels like a lot of healing. All these colors here kind of remind me of like the colors within the chakras. The red and the orange being the sacral, the root and the sacral chakra, moving into yellow, the solar plexus. And then the green with the heart chakra. And then the blue with the throat. So it kind of feels like there's a lot of this energy that's kind of moving through here to kind of clear things. A lot of healing. Okay. So what we're going to do, I think I want to pull one more here for what the shared energy is between you and this person. So I think I'm going to put those up here and try to use my space up here wisely because my table setup is not quite as open because I have all this stuff up here. But yeah, let's see. What is the shared energy between you and your person? Okay. So we have the Fool's Gamble. Beware the deceit of tricksters, as risky paths can lead to downfall. And then we have open hearts. In vulnerability, we talk and reveal, forging deeper connections through honesty. Interesting. So this kind of makes me feel with the Fool's Gamble here that maybe both you and this person may have had connections in the past where there may have been deception, there may have been lies or deceit or betrayal. And you know, these can certainly be creating trust issues between you and this person, or even having the desire to want to open up more into deeper connection. But this also involves taking that risk with opening up your heart, right? The Fool's Gamble. So not knowing whether or not we can trust, opening up our heart again, because vulnerability is something that is required in order for two souls to connect on a deeper level of the heart, to form that true deep emotional bond with one another. We have to let our guard down and really open up into this connection. So I kind of feel with those two owls there that there are things that both you are learning from them, they are learning from you. And like I said, there might be a lot of triggering that's happening here, bringing things to the surface for both you and the other person to heal. Okay, so let's start looking. We're going to start with your energy. I think I'm going to put you over here and then the other person over there. You do want to at least make sure that you're resonating with at least this first part, or, you know, one of these. So we'll do that first. We'll do each side and then we'll go a little bit deeper for those of you where it does resonate. If it does not resonate at all with what your situation is, I would suggest choosing a different group. So let's see where your feelings and energy are towards your person, group 1. And I'm always available for private readings, especially for those of you that want me to do something like this for you and your situation specifically. My email is in the description box. Okay, group 1, what are your feelings and energy towards your person? We have return here, second chance, opportunity, and making amends. What are your feelings and energy towards them? We have karma here, consequences, cause and effect, and debts. What is your feelings and energy towards them? We have pride, arrogance, ego, and being stubborn. And I'm seeing open heart at the bottom, receptive, empathy, and vulnerable. Okay, I'm going to leave this out here. Okay, so what is their feelings and energy towards you? Past life, wow. Deja vu, repeated patterns. Look at that. Karmic lessons. We have time, waiting, cycles, and moments. What are their feelings and energy towards you? We've got only you. Devoted, attached, and crave. Silence. Frozen, no words, and stone wall. So Yeah, and as I'm saying that, I see conflict here, clashing differences, incompatibility. But we're seeing here is that from this person's side being quiet, maybe not speaking up about their feelings. Some of you might be no contact, but it feels like this person's energy over here is very focused on you. Like you are the one that is on their mind, is in their heart. They may feel that you guys do have past life connection with each other. Maybe waiting for the right time to come forward or to break this silence here. When it feels like your energy over here, even the little heart says open on it. Open hearts. Interesting how this is coming on over on your side with the open heart here. And then on this side over here, the fool's gamble, which is taking that risk with the opening up here, not knowing if one can trust. And I feel like this person here acknowledges that you are, not only are they devoted to you, but also that you may have showed them your devotion with your open heart, your feelings, you being vulnerable, you speaking about your feelings here. And you may kind of perceive this person as being stubborn or repeating certain, because I'm seeing here the karma on both sides. Or maybe the two of you are having some difficulties here with moving through some kind of a cycle here. Maybe you feel like this person is allowing to get their pride and ego to get in the way. You know, some of you could be waiting for a second chance, trying to make amends with this person, hoping that they return, if especially if the two of you are not together right now. Okay. Consequences, cause and effect. So, you know, of course, in connections, no one's perfect. Everybody makes mistakes. It's how we learn. It's how we grow on a soul level as a person, personal development. And so, of course, there could have been mistakes that could have happened on both sides where, you know, the two of you keep repeating certain things. And so, of course, that can lead to frustration. Like, why are we not able to get past this? Hence, right there in the middle. I actually feel like I want to show you what the other images that they're actually looking at. If I could find it really quick. But yeah, it does remind me a lot of the Hermit. And the Hermit is about solitude, introspection. So some of you could even be in separation right now, but still kind of, I almost feel like connected, you know, feeling very spiritual, 5D connection, even though there may be physical, for some of you, physical separation here. That could be because of distance or something of that nature, or maybe just living, you know, two different places, or emotional distance, especially coming from this person over here, where it kind of feels like they could be someone who's a little bit more guarded, you know, maybe having the issues with getting hurt, not wanting to get hurt. Let's see. It would be like the last the last card that's in the deck here. Where is it? I guess that's kind of like the meaning of the that Hermit energy. Okay, so this is what they're looking at here, the mountain. And see how there's like a little cave there and that person's like by themselves. Interesting that this is number 33 here. Threes are about expansion and growth. So the two of you having some kind of shared vision about expanding and growing beyond. It feels like these cycles here. You know, so I definitely feel like maybe this is where both of you are growing, both of you are healing, both of you want this connection to work, but also maybe not knowing like how to get past these cycles, you know, because being stubborn too, it could be hard for us to change certain things. Or to, like, if you're asking this person, like, hey, open up a little bit more, and they're just like resistant to that change because it may have been a way that they've been for a long time. So yeah, let's just, if this is resonating with you so far, then, you know, we'll keep going with this. But if it doesn't fit, don't force it to. I would say just choose a different group. Okay, so let's pull some tarot here. And I am going to be using this deck here. It's called the Daydream Tarot deck that I got on Amazon. It's a cute little deck. Okay. All right, so let's see, group one, what your feelings and energy are towards your person. The Lovers. We have the Page of Pentacles. And we have the Moon on your side. Okay. And I'm seeing the Six of Wands energy here at the bottom. Okay, so let's look at their feelings and energy towards you. I just saw the Star. Some of you could be dealing with an Aquarius. We have Pisces energy here and also Gemini. What are their feelings and energy towards you? The Eight of Cups. Okay, so we've got detachment here, walking away. We have the Seven of Cups. This person could be feeling emotionally overwhelmed, confused. Maybe that's the reason for the pulling back here. The Three of Swords. Okay, so this does look like pain. For some of you, it could be the pain of separation. I'm seeing the King of Swords here at the bottom for them. So their energy is definitely more guarded, closed off, detached. And it probably is because they're feeling emotionally overwhelmed. There could be something here with the Three of Swords related to your connection, you know, being a source of pain or heartbreak, disappointment, or this could be, you know, completely unrelated to you, and this is just, you know, this person still healing from something from their past. So as a way to protect themselves, they kind of stay more detached. Now I am noticing we have the Five of Cups underneath this King of Swords. So this person hides a lot of pain. I feel like they are someone who truly is hurting inside. The Five of Cups is about grief. It could also be about regret, guilt, remorse. And I feel like its feelings might make this person really uncomfortable. They might not like that feel. I mean, who does anyway? But I feel like there's definitely people out there where we're having those uncomfortable feelings and not knowing what to do with them, you know, and a lot of that has to do with our upbringing, whether or not we've had parents or caregivers that were emotionally supportive of us when we were growing up to be able to help us to work through those difficult feelings and emotions. You know, sometimes you have parents who, you know, tell their kids, like, be quiet, stop talking, why are you crying? You know, just like little stuff like that that makes a child or even a teenager feel like their voice needs to be silenced or that they are not allowed to feel anything. And so I feel like the way in which people are conditioned during their upbringing can have a huge effect on their psyche and whether or not they feel comfortable with expressing themselves. They might feel like, okay, well, I'm having this difficult emotion right now, and, mom or dad is not helping me to understand this, what I'm feeling, or telling me to, not say anything. And they're left to try to deal with it on their own, and not knowing how. And so that can certainly lead us to our emotional growth being stunted, where we become somebody who's emotionally immature as an adult. So not knowing how to deal with those difficult feelings, difficult emotions. Now, I feel from your side over here that you are like super into this person, and like it's like without a doubt in your mind you feel like that's who I want, that's my person, I want to be with them, wanting union here. I am seeing the Six of Wands energy here, so this can talk about recognition, appreciation. Some of you might really put your person and this connection kind of like on a pedestal, like it's something that you acknowledge, that you recognize is very important to you. And I feel that you really do want this person to acknowledge what you have with each other. But with the moon energy being present, this can certainly be a lot of confusion that you might feel, because you might feel a very intense, connection to this person and feeling like I know they're the one. And it kind of feels like this person is needing to really kind of sit with their, I mean, they do need to heal. And that might be why there's the repeated cycles here, repeated patterns, because they keep handling the situation in the same way. You might kind of feel like they don't understand you, they're not listening to you, they're not seeing it in the same way. And I feel for those of you where you and this person are separated right now, with the Page of Pentacles being here, it's kind of like you're wanting to start over, to start fresh. But it's also feeling like the whole not knowing what's going to happen with the moon. You feel confused. You may feel like this person isn't really opening up for some of you and truly expressing how they feel. They could have said or done some hurtful things here, and then you might even be asking yourself, because if they're kind of coming in with this King of Swords energy, they can be very cold. They can be very detached. And then you might be saying like, okay, well, they said this not so nice thing to me or did this. Do they even care? Do they even have regrets? Do they even feel guilty? And the truth is they do. But I feel like these feelings make them so uncomfortable that they just don't know how to process. Because they can start internalizing it, the feeling of guilt because they've hurt somebody or something like that, and then start to feel bad about themselves, like they're not good enough, or nothing that they do is right, or start to kind of internalize it in that way. Okay. So I feel like I want to get a little bit more about this shared energy between the two of you. So what else for the connecting energy between group number 1 and their person? The Nine of Swords and the Four of Swords. Yeah, some of you might be no contact with this person right now, but there's a lot of anxiety here, a lot of getting in your head, a lot of overthinking, overanalyzing. For some of you, it could be having dreams about each other, or even nightmares, with the Nine of Swords. sleepless nights, laying awake and just like nonstop thinking about each other. I'm noticing too, there's two little bats here that are right in front of the moon. Bats are also a symbol of rebirth and transformation. Interesting. I mean, we have the Empress at the bottom here. The Empress. As your shared energy. So, I mean, there is love that's here. We've got Taurus and Libra energy. That's Venus. Love. Okay, I feel like I want to clarify a little bit more. I am seeing the Five of Swords right underneath that too. So this could be like a lot of self-sabotaging behaviors. Being defensive, getting defensive with the other. There might even be a little bit of resentment that's kind of going on between the two of you. Feeling angry, feeling betrayed, or feeling defensive, the need to protect oneself. You know, it could even get not so nice if there's fighting and arguing going on and mean and hurtful things that are sad. That could be creating a lot of confusion. Look at this Ace of Cups. It's like this guy is like staring at the cup and all his hair is just like crazy with his eyes wide open like that. So yeah, maybe for some of you, this like their feelings or something that just kind of freak them out, scare them. I mean, this could also be an incredibly intense connection, you know, between the two of you. I feel like very intense. We have the Tower here and the Four of Wands. So I definitely feel that, you know, both you and this person too could be going through many Tower moments. The Tower helps to break down a false reality. So anything that's not aligned, you know, in this connection, any old habits, any old patterns that are not working here. Some of you, this could be divine counterpart. Okay. I feel like I want to clarify this Seven of Cups over here a little bit. Why is the Seven of Cups here? Wheel of Fortune reverse, yeah. So this person might be feeling like you guys are kind of stuck in a negative cycle here, which is exactly what's coming out. Some kind of a negative cycle. And maybe this is like not knowing how to get out of it. I mean, they could even be looking at their own behaviors and say like, why do I keep doing the same thing? Why do I keep handling it this way? But that's part of that growth, you know? It's part of that growth. And the Empress is a very compassionate, empathetic energy. And I feel like that's maybe where, say like, because, I mean, to me, the King of Swords does not have empathy. Okay? There's no empathy there. There's no compassion. So if you are someone who's, again, very tuned in, you know, the open heart here, and you embody Empress energy, that could be helping this person to kind of seek and discover that Empress energy within inside of themselves. You know, to learn to love the self, to allow one to receive love, and to also learn to love themselves. They could be someone who has a lot of patterns here that they keep repeating that are not really helping or, you know, very conducive to having a stable, harmonious relationship. Their go-to, you know, kind of pattern here could be one that ends up in self-sabotage or sabotaging the connections, pushing love away instead of opening up to it. So what else, Spirit, for the Seven of Cups? the Ten of Wands. This is feeling very overwhelmed, feeling very stressed out. I mean, you and this person may have also gone through a lot together. And so there could be a little bit of this defensive pushback here. You know, you could really be wanting this person to change and to grow and to open up. And all of that might seem very overwhelming for this person, you know. I do feel like the good thing is that this person is reflecting. You know, they are reflecting because they are recognizing the pattern here. I'm seeing the High Priestess at the bottom. So I feel like their higher self is kind of guiding them. I'm seeing the Page of Swords here. Or they're starting to learn here. They're starting to really be more open and self-aware. Okay. Of the things that need to change. And of course, they might not know exactly how. But I feel like as long as you continue to hold that Empress energy, I feel like it's drawing this person inward. And that might be something that you do as you kind of present this energy that kind of helps this person to get more comfortable with looking at those parts of self that they need to change, that they need to heal. And that's not to say that there can't be certain things that this person illuminates for you. You know, one of which I feel like with the Six of Wands here would be seeking validation from this person of your worthiness. Because the Six of Wands is more of an ego-driven or centered energy. It has to do with Leo energy. So this could be about wanting to be seen, wanting this person to, you know, wanting their attention. For those of you that might have self-esteem issues, you know, needing to work on self-worth issues, that could be something that's very healing for you there as well. Okay, so let's start pulling. Let's get some... We've also got Pisces, Aquarius, Taurus. Okay, so back to your side over here, your feelings and energy. Reflection. It says, being away from you has allowed me to gain clarity. Chemistry. I have never felt a passion this intense. And then on their side over here, broken. I feel shattered about this situation. So like I said, some of you may not be realizing just how much this person hurts. We've got neglected here. I failed to, well, yeah, so they are internalizing here. I failed to give you what you need. So I feel like this is them definitely recognizing where they have that very detached, guarded energy, feeling bad about it, but then also not knowing how to fix it. Okay. Irreplaceable at the bottom. The way you love can never be matched. You know, like wanting to change, but then also not knowing how, because they may not know anything different. It could be, again, a pattern here. Let's see. What do I want to do? Let's pull some... I actually feel like I want to pull some shadow cards for their side over here. Let's see. Ooh, fierce temper. Has too many anger issues and dark moods. And then we have abusive here. So maybe this person is someone, I'm going to cover up part of this, a fierce temper. you know, especially with the King of Swords being present, this person might be somebody that does have a sharp tongue. They could probably say some not so nice things that they don't mean. Get triggered easily. Let's see, what else? False hope. Tries to sell you a pipe dream, no substance, and being evasive. Some of you could be dealing with a person who is an avoidant. You know, maybe talking about things, but then you feel like their actions are not really kind of backing it up here. Let's pull one for your side over here. We have the dark side. Your dark side keeps you from enjoying the love you have. Don't let it steal your joy. So maybe there's something here that you're needing to see within your shadow. Let's ask Spirit what this is. What is this dark side energy for group 1? Oh, you too. We've got Temperance here and the Queen of Swords. Okay, so what I'm getting here, because this is making me think of more of the aspects, the shadow aspects of the Queen of Swords, which could be that you too can also have a sharp tongue. Okay, this could even go into with the Queen of Swords energy, manipulation. It may be being, how do I want to say that? Like condescending, you know, even saying things that could be hurtful. You know, both of them, the Queen and the King of Swords, can have very sharp tongues. They are the Ice Queen and King. So maybe for some of you, you're also learning how to temper your tongue. You know, how to speak honestly, and clearly, and with being assertive and confident, but also that fine line between being offensive and, you know, coming across in the wrong way. So this could be teaching you how to watch your words, you know, where maybe both of you guys, your shadow energies can say a thing or two. But I also feel like this is coming from a place of pain, you know, because it kind of looks like the two of you may have definitely have had those connections in your past that could have been really toxic. And it kind of feels like there's some remnants here of those toxic relationship habits that both of you guys are learning to recognize, right? Because you guys, it feels like there could definitely be some mirroring that's happening here. Yeah, to kind of temper your energy. Maybe if you too have a temper, especially with Temperance being here too. Temperance is Sagittarius energy, and even the shadow energy of Sagittarius can be very jealous, envious, self-sabotaging, insecure, you know. So if this person is saying or doing something that's triggering something within you, you can certainly lash out, you know, or it becomes a battle, a battle of the swords here with the King and Queen of Swords. So yeah, you're learning how to temper and be more calm, because Temperance is about being calm, balanced, tempering that, you know, maybe your thoughts, your mind, to being clear, because when the Queen of Swords is in her shadow, it's also about having irrational thinking. clouded judgment, just mentally not being in a clear space, scattered, inability to focus and think straight. So when we're in that place, we can, yes, become manipulative, controlling, demanding, bossy. That's your shadow. That is the shadow. Okay. So let's see. Let's actually pull some message cards. Where did I put them? I think I want to use 2 different kinds, but I think I misplaced. Or is this them? Yes, it is. Okay, good. Okay, so let's get some messages from your person here, and only take what resonates. If it doesn't make sense to you, then just leave it for someone else who's claiming. Oh boy, look at that. Jealous. I'm jealous just imagining you being with someone else. Frustrated. I'm frustrated with not revealing how I truly feel. It just doesn't come easy for me. Okay. They could get, I feel like especially if you're dealing with a masculine energy, oftentimes their go-to emotion is anger. Okay, where they get defensive, but underneath that is pain. And I feel like, of course, no one likes to hear criticism, that they're doing this wrong or they're doing that wrong. And it just kind of starts to wear on somebody mentally and emotionally, that they can't be what you need them to be. And that can wear somebody down here too, where they start to become defensive. Like, hey, I'm trying, or things like that. Explain. I left when things got harder. I want to explain my past actions and immaturity. So I feel like to help with this situation, you want to continue to embody that Empress energy. Patterns. I can't go back to the same issues and patterns. I won't come back until I learn my lessons. How to change, how to grow, how to be a better person, how to be a better partner. Fear. I'm not ready for a commitment. I wish I was. I fear you will move away from me. Okay. And that might more so be for those of you that are separated right now. Those of you that are together, already in a relationship with this person or already married to them, then this is just, we're working through it. Okay. We've got guilt here at the bottom. I know this distance between us is completely my fault. And I'm seeing love. I love you so much. My soul is alive because of my feelings for you. And we have stressed. I'm stressed with everything in my life, and I took that out on you. Okay, let's get some last messages here. Let's get 2 more. Here we go. You are my favorite chapter, and maybe one day we'll write a new one. I wasn't ready then, but I'm doing the work so I can be ready now if you still feel me. I never meant to make you question your worth. You were always more than enough. And I didn't expect you to mean so much, but you changed the way I feel about everything. Okay. Now I want to just see if there's any other messages that Spirit has for you. Group 1. Actually, no, let's use these other ones. What is your guidance, advice for this connection? I feel like be patient with this person. Focus too on your own healing, ways in which you can improve self as well. We all have stuff to work on, okay? Devotion, devote in love, a gift of the soul. Devote in love. Recommit. Reaffirm your commitment after trials, proving love's resilience. And gratitude. Be grateful for every shared moment. Celebrate the miracle of your meeting, right? So this kind of feels like you're holding some higher vibrational energy here, okay? And working towards releasing anything. I'm seeing forgiveness at the bottom. Allow forgiveness to heal the wounds of the heart, restoring love's trust, okay? So if we're holding on to resentment, you know, some negative, low vibrational energies, you want to work on tempering those, changing those, transmuting those into the Empress energy. Love, compassion, empathy, nurturing, holding space, okay? Choosing love, right, versus anger. Now, that's not to say that, you know, if there may have been certain things that this person may have said or done that has hurt your feelings, that you don't have a right to be angry. You do. But we don't want to become that emotion. We don't want to let that linger in a way where it becomes like this poison that we are holding on to energetically, because it's going to affect you, okay, on an energetic level. And so really working towards keeping your vibration high as best you can. Of course, you're going to have those days where you don't feel so good, you feel upset. Let it out. Honor your emotions, but allow it to kind of wash over you. Observe it, feel it, and let it go. Okay? All right, so that is all that I have for you, Group 1. I do hope this was helpful for you guys, and I will see you in the next reading. Hi, Group 2. So those of you that resonated with the Venom card and the yellow Aventurine, this is going to be your reading. Now, as I'm just starting your reading, there is actually a thunderstorm happening outside, so you guys might hear the thunder cracking in the background. But we're looking today at you versus them reading. We're going to be looking at what your feelings and energy are towards your person, them towards you. This card here is more or less talking about the energy connecting the two of you. We are going to add on to that. But you have Venom here. And so this card does talk, this card number 63, this card does talk about toxicity, negativity. It kind of looks like there's like some teeth here. I actually feel like I want to read a little bit about what this is talking about, but if I remember right, it's about some type of toxic negativity. Could be thinking, thoughts. What is that? 63. Let's see. Okay. So it says, much to our dismay, the venom is always lurking in the shadows in one form or another. Its toxic presence may be found in our relationships, thoughts, speech, or environment. Thankfully, the cycle of purification and detoxification comes so naturally that is built into our every exhale. We breathe out carbon dioxide and the plants return it to us as oxygen. Archetypal venom is rarely remedied as easily, however, and it can come in potent forms and quantities that are deeply damaging to us, to the world. When the venom card appears, there is a harmful substance in our psychic realm that must be identified. Perhaps your words have a sting of poison about them. Perhaps a relationship is slowly draining your reserves. Acknowledgement is the first step. Change is the second. The remedy will reveal itself in time, with it, forgiveness. So perhaps, because this is a connecting energy between the two of you, perhaps there, could be anger, resentment, negative thoughts, perhaps about one another, being upset with each other. So we'll kind of see where this is going, but let's actually pull an odd onto that. And if you guys do hear little background noises, my dog is in here with me. So you might hear her little jingle every now and then, or her needs for attention. When I'm doing readings, sometimes she sneaks underneath the table and I could just see her nose trying to get onto my lap. And if I pay attention to her, like if I try to pet her, she tries to come all the way up, and then it shakes the whole table. So let's see. Okay, so group number 2. What is the energy connecting you and your person? Group 2. The energy connecting you and your person. Interesting. Okay, so we've got chaotic clarity here. It says, amidst confusion and intense crisis, seek the light of understanding and resolve. So chaos, some kind of chaotic energy happening here between you and this person. We've got refreshed romance, cleanse past sorrows, be charmed anew, and embrace the joy of a fling. Maybe for some of you there is no commitment here. Something casual between you and this person. Okay, so we're going to start. I'm going to put your cards over here, your person's on this side, and we're going to start off with looking at what your feelings and energy are towards them. What are your feelings and energy towards them? Thinking. It says missing you, craving, and desiring. She looks like she's been crying too, like she's got mascara running down her eyes, cheeks. We have influences here, attachments, third parties, and peers. What are your feelings and energy towards them? Intuition, heart song, telepathy, and inner knowing. We have bluff here, pretending, masking, and exaggerating on your side. Now let's look at theirs. What are their feelings and energy towards you? That's a lot, but we're going to take it. Okay. So we've got karma here, consequences, cause and effect, and debts. Being distracted, sidetracked, change and delays, being elusive, dishonesty, deception, and trickery. And then we have beauty here, charming, graceful, kind-hearted. So it does make me feel that, at least on their side, they do feel attracted to you, but there's something else that is taking this person's attention away from you. And on your side over here, we've got attachments, third parties, and peers. So maybe this is a situation where they are being influenced by their friends, by maybe literally a third party being another person of romantic interest to them, or they still have attachment to someone else. You certainly too can be being influenced by things that your friends say or your family say. This kind of feels like there is separation here, or no contact, or even, maybe a breakup here. You could be trying to, not act, I feel like, maybe as affected as you really do feel. We do have a heart song here, telepathy and inner knowing. So it could be that even though you aren't talking to this person right now or involved with them, that you could very well be somebody who is even clairaudient, where you kind of receive little songs, little snippets of songs, and kind of feel that maybe this is coming from this person as messages to you in some regard, or something that's making you kind of bring in your thoughts back to this person as you're thinking about them. You might also feel upset, and feel like, okay, this person's hiding their feelings towards me, and I know that there's a connection here, but they're just being affected by a third party energy over here. Now it is possible for some of you, because we do have dishonesty here, deception and trickery with being distracted, that there is somebody else that they are focusing on here. We'll kind of have to see how things play out here. But underneath for them, they had releasing here, letting go, moving on, and walking away. And I'm seeing confessions here. Unveiling, coming clean about something. I want to know what that is. Also, this deception here. Okay. What is this deception, trickery, dishonesty? What is this about, Spirit? The Five of Wands. The Five of Wands can talk about competition or comparison. So there could be other people that are involved, or another person that's involved. What is the dishonesty here? The Tower in reverse. So some of you may already know what this is. The Tower is unstable energy. It is chaotic, but when the Tower is in reverse, it can be, that this is something that's already happened. It's already something that has been revealed to you. High Priestess. The High Priestess is this person perhaps being very mysterious. Elusive is here. Secretive, concealing something, hiding something. And I'm seeing the Page of Wands here. Page of Wands can be a person who's flirting, like a flirt. Talking, messages. Three of Pentacles. King of Wands. Yeah. So for some of you, this might be a person who has been entertaining other connections. Only take that message if you know that that is confirmation of a gut feeling that you have. Otherwise, if this person is not doing stuff like that, where you don't have like that gut feeling. But let's see. What is the confession here? The Sun. The Devil. Okay, so we do have, so far we've got Pisces energy, Pisces, Aries, Scorpio, Leo, and Capricorn. Now, the Devil energy can talk about emotional manipulation, lies, infidelity, cheating, a person who has desires or things that they might not be telling you about. And with the Sun energy here, these could be things that are being illuminated as this person's perhaps functioning in their shadow energy from a place of their ego to have those desires, those ego's desires be met. The Devil can also be about potentially even interests that have more to do with the physical, because the Devil energy can be about lust. The Hanged Man. So this person could have had a change of perspective about you, about your connection. Let's look at why the Devil is here. Four of Pentacles, Judgment, the Hermit, Virgo energy. It kind of feels like this person just wants to be alone, honestly. This may have been more about the physical for them than actually building an actual relationship with you. Because the Hermit is about solitude, okay? Not wanting to change, not wanting to open up into building something more or deeper with you. Holding back, keeping closed off to building anything more. Okay, so let's see what's going on your side. What are your feelings and energy? The Ten of Pentacles, which is very different than this person. You are someone who's wanting long-term, you know, build a life with a person, relationship, security, stability, longevity, putting some roots down. Three of Swords energy, Six of Wands, and the World. I feel like you feel hurt, you feel betrayed, you feel heartbroken, and you're wanting them to acknowledge that. Like, for you, this person could have been your whole world to you. Quite literally. Like, you saw forever with them. You saw them as the person that you really wanted to be with. I feel like I want to look at this High Priestess energy a little bit. Ten of Cups, Eight of Pentacles, and the Ace of Swords. So I feel like this person was trying to think with inside of themselves of whether or not they saw that with you. Okay, let's get a little bit more up here about the energy connecting the two of you. Let's put some tarot up there. What is the energy connecting group number 2 and their person? The Nine of Wands and the King of Wands. I mean, I feel like there's a lot of attraction, a lot of chemistry between you and this person. Very intense. It feels like it could be more on the physical side. And I'm seeing the Page of Cups here at the bottom. Okay, so the connecting energy between the two of you with the Page of Cups showing up. Page of Cups is about romantic infatuation. It is about very fantasy-like, imagination, daydreamy. It's more of a superficial energy. So it kind of makes me feel like what Spirit's saying here is that the connection that you might have with this person might be very surface level. It may be more about the physical and not so much about true emotional depth that is here. And you know, with that, this could bring in, of course, a lot of very wounded energy where if it's, you know, this person's actions here or lack thereof are causing issues, then that can certainly be very hurtful over here on your side here. Okay, so I'm gonna add in some shadow cards over here with this person and also kind of see what's going on your side. Okay, so what are their feelings and energy? We've got teasing here. It says dangling partial truths, needing answers, and also shifting. So this kind of makes me feel like maybe is this person not being completely straightforward with you? Are they playing mind games here? Because the devil can also be about manipulation. We've got negativity. It says like a dark cloud above you are depressed and also extreme mood. So maybe they're being negative about your connection here. And then we also have demanding here. Unrealistic expectations, high maintenance, and a diva. So maybe they're feeling like you're asking too much from them. With the Ten of Pentacles, or you're, you know, asking for a deeper level of commitment and they're handling it maybe in a very negative way. Let's see what your feelings and energy are over here. We've got roving eyes here. It says keeping possibilities open, an obvious flirt, and being disrespectful. So maybe for some of you, you feel like this person isn't completely focused on you. You could be worried, you know, or it could be something that's actually happening where you've noticed them, you know, checking out other people or not treating you like an option, not taking your connection seriously. We have crushed here. You are hurting emotionally right now. You need time to heal before you jump in again. Just feeling hurt by them. And then we have all talk. It says a silver-tongued devil, big flirt, no action, and a player, which is kind of how you're feeling about this. Yeah. At the bottom of the deck, I'm seeing bottled up here, and it says many unexpressed emotions holding back here. So it's like this volcano that is just ready to explode here. Feeling maybe angry. Intense. Okay. Let's use these ones. We're going to use some messages here. Start going into some message cards. We have confusion. I feel unclear about where we stand. We have reunion. We will always come back to each other. Overwhelmed. The stress from this is draining me. Sabotage. I mess up the good things in my life sometimes. Damage. We are both hurting from this. And understanding. I see your side of the story. Okay. Let's go here. We have blocked. I know that I'm blocking my feelings and next actions. I need to find myself. Immature. I know that I was immature and I still need to grow and learn to be someone who deserves you. Habits. I'm trying to step away from the same cycles and habits. Damaged. You deserve much more than what I could give you. My heart was damaged and locked. Resolving. I'm resolving my life right now. I want to be ready for a relationship. Oops. Okay, let's let's move on to these. Okay, when we meet again, I'll hold you like I never let you go in the first place. If love is energy, then mine is still wrapped around you, soft, steady, and waiting. The space between us is full of things left unsaid. I still hear them in my dreams. It's interesting that this storm is going on while I'm doing your while I'm doing your reading. Thunder and lightning out there. For these cards, I actually forgot to say, for these messages here, this is going to be what your advice is, okay? For this situation with this person. What is your advice? We have polish here. Forge stronger bonds through mutual polishing. Okay, so since we have that venom energy there, you know, this can certainly be looking at ways in which we can change as a person. You know, we don't want to just kind of point fingers and say it's all them, it's all their this, that. We can also look at what energy we're contributing into a situation. Have we allowed this person to cross some boundaries that they shouldn't have? Have we allowed them to come back in, or to certain things where we needed to be more firm, you know? So there can certainly be things that you learn from your side with this, and learn how to create a healthier bond with people, and take a look and take away whatever lessons you can from this situation with this person to see what's working, what's not. What are some deal breakers here with the person's behavior? Have there been certain things that I've allowed? And kind of learning from that, okay? We have the healing heart. Healing of the heart begins with forgiveness, okay? So, like I said, if some of you have been really upset with the way that this person has treated you, you may not be ready, okay, for forgiving someone right now. But do remember that you forgiving is something that will help you energetically to release that energy. You don't want to hold on to it. And then we have re-meet here. Meet each other again, like for the first time with fresh eyes, you know. And if that's really, if you want to do that, you might feel like, no, this person already had their chance, done, over it. And that's totally okay, you know. But if this person is showing you some signs that, you know, they do want to come back to this, then this can be the two of you kind of starting over in a way where that is possible, for you to kind of come in with a different energy, you know, a better version of yourself that kind of shows up, so that you were not running into certain things. But if this is someone who is, you know, where you know that this person is kind of entertaining other connections, you know, just know you're not someone's option. Okay? You're not an option. You deserve to be somebody's one and only, where you are their priority. And if this person is not able to step up and offer that to you, there will be plenty of other people out there that are willing to be that, you know. Yeah. Okay, so I'm going to leave this here for you, group 2. I do hope this reading was helpful for you guys, and I will see you in the next one. Hi, group 3. So those of you that resonated with the comic card number 26 and the pink or fuchsia agate, this is going to be a reading today. So we're finding out how you're feeling towards your person, how they're feeling towards you. So a you versus them reading. And then we're going to be looking at the energies connecting with the two of you, or connecting the two of you. This is your first card out here. And I'm kind of feeling like I want a little bit more information with that, just to see kind of what's going on. So we're going to do that now. Let's see. Okay, so let's see, group 3. What is the energy connecting you and your person? We have the fluttering heart. It says your passion leads you to the love you desire. An enduring quest. Through struggle, build the stamina to uncover and stand by your truth. Okay, I feel like I want to pull the tarot here. What is the energy connecting group number 3 and their person? The Knight of Pentacles. And the Empress. Okay. Well, it does kind of feel that for some of you, this could be a very new connection with the fluttering heart here. Your passion leads you to the love that you desire. We have the Empress here between the two of you. So the Empress is about expansion and growth, nurturing something. And the Knight of Pentacles is about, you know, taking little baby steps, but it's also about commitment, about consistency. Through struggle, build the stamina to uncover and stand by your truth. So we'll have to see once we get into both of your individual energies what kind of struggles there might be. But it kind of feels with the enduring here that, you know, maybe there are some things that you've already come to in your situations with each other where they could be perceived as certain obstacles, but it's kind of like you both are committed to working through them, overcoming them. You know, maybe trying to make light of it with the comic energy here and just trying to be, you know, present and say, okay, you know, let's work through this. Let's continue to grow and evolve and kind of see where this goes. And I feel like trying to remain optimistic about things. We do have Earth energy here, Taurus, Virgo, and Capricorn. So let's start pulling where your feelings and energy. I'm going to do yours on this side, theirs on this side. And if you hear little noises in the background, it's just my dog. She's kind of coming in and out of the room. Okay, so group 3, what are your feelings and energy towards your person? We have releasing, interesting, letting go, moving on, and walking away. We have broken, shattered, heartbroken, and destroyed. Interesting. I will say though, maybe because with the Knight of Pentacles energy, this can be something that is maybe not progressing as quickly as you'd like. Because sometimes with the Knight of Pentacles energy, it can feel like things are moving at a snail's pace. We have thinking here, missing you, craving, and desiring. We have heart fog at the bottom, mixed signals, blocked emotions, and messed up. So maybe, you know, you feel like this person is giving you mixed signals, and maybe perhaps thinking if this is something that you should move on from, if you should just let them go, if they're, you know, maybe someone who's healing, or and you're just feeling maybe like they're just not ready. Okay, so let's see what's going on their side. How are they feeling towards you? We have beauty, charming, graceful, and kind-hearted. We also have confessions, unveiling, coming clean, and messages. And return here, second chance, opportunity, making amends with you. And then we have depth, awareness, importance, and value. Okay, so I feel like your person over here, they do see the depth of your connection. They do have an awareness of the connection that you guys have with each other. And it feels like this, because I'm seeing also at the bottom, we have shallow, hollow, empty, and boredom. This kind of makes me feel that maybe this person has not been very forthcoming with how they feel towards you. Or not really opening up or confessing, you know, where they see you, but maybe there's just something going on with them here that is not really letting you in with shallow here. This is very different, right? We got shallow and depth. So, apology, forgiveness, return, and being sorry. Obscurity, secrets, mysterious, and concealing. The breaking point. Conflicted, hot and cold. Okay. So we're going to look at this, open this up a little bit more, but okay, let's pull the tarot and see what's going on. Okay, so what are your feelings and energy towards them? Temperance, which this feels Sagittarius energy, but this kind of feels like you're, you know, you could be trying to hold space for this person to heal. You could also be being really patient with them. The Star, I feel like trying to remain optimistic about the situation, hoping maybe for some of you for a reconciliation. Some of you might also feel a very spiritual connection to this person. We've also got Aquarius here. We have the Four of Cups in reverse. So you might even be feeling a little bit rejected by this person, like they're overlooking you, or they don't see you. But the truth is they do. You might feel like they're a little bit emotionally closed off to you, or we have the Queen of Wands in reverse at the bottom. So this person could be making you feel a little bit insecure, lacking confidence, wanting their attention, wanting them to see you. You might feel a little irritated, or upset with them, like hey, give me some attention. Okay, So let's see what's going on their side here. I'm going to put this. What are their feelings and energy towards you? The Page of Wands. Six of Swords. Hermit. Yeah, this person is very much this feels like they're quiet. Okay, so this almost makes you feel like they might not be in contact with you, or they might not be saying a whole lot, because the Hermit energy can definitely be being more withdrawn, choosing solitude. They could be feeling a little bit lost right now, not knowing what they want. I'm just kind of getting an energy here of like waiting. Queen of Swords, like there's, okay, yeah, this, we have the Queen and King of Swords here. Like they kind of feel like they need to bring forth some kind of truth here to you. Like to do the right thing and bring forth some kind of truth. I'm seeing justice underneath that. Because justice is about doing the right thing. The Nine of Swords, though, with the Fool and the Strength card, like this person's trying to find the courage here to come forward, to take some kind of leap of faith. But there's a truth they have to speak to you. I want to see what that is about. What is this truth that group two's person wants to say? What's the truth? What is the truth that they have to say to group three? Did I call you group two? I'm sorry if I did. Group three, what is the truth that they have to say to you? The Page of Cups. This could be an apology. It could be about their feelings here. The Four of Pentacles. Okay. So this could be about their feelings surrounding long-term relationship or commitment. I'm noticing, interesting too, that in this Four of Pentacles card, all of the pentacles look like they're chained in the tree. So let's get a little bit more with this Page of Cups. The Sun. The Devil. And the Two of Swords. So we've got Capricorn, Leo energy here. I feel like this person is afraid. It could be about speaking their truth. It could be about expressing their feelings here. I feel like letting their guard down, because the King and the Queen of Swords can be very guarded energies. You know, the Page of Cups can also talk about a person who's emotionally immature. So they might be somebody who's not very good with talking about their feelings, with expressing them, or even allowing themselves to really open up and be vulnerable and to help to deepen those feelings and emotions. But I do feel like this person does feel very attracted to you, very drawn to you. They just hide it. I'm seeing the High Priestess at the bottom here. It kind of feels, I'm seeing the Page of Pentacles energy here, that this person might feel that with where they're at right now, they may not be in a place where they feel like they can give you more than, say, like a friendship, or can't really commit to, say, something long term. So that may be, you know, kind of like where maybe this person has given you some mixed signals here, which makes you feel confused. Because you may have felt like there's really something here. And again, I feel like this person sees you. It's just like, I feel like they are just not in a place energetically where they can receive what it is that you're trying to give. You know, to fully allow oneself to fully explore the depth of what something could be. You know, if you really open yourself up to see how it can grow, how it can evolve. But it kind of feels like there's like this person's putting a limit here. Some of you could be dealing with the person who is an avoidant, okay? Okay, let's see. I'm going to pull some shadow cards here because I used them for the other groups. For some of you, this person feels like the timing is just not good. We have show off. What does it say? Needs to prove themselves, being insecure, and an exhibitionist. Maybe the insecurity here, I would say. We have cuts both ways, good and bad aspects, a mixed blessing and division. And I'm seeing distant here at the bottom, so far away physically and emotionally. See if you can rekindle the passion again. So feeling distant from you. Let's see what's on your side. We have complicated, lots of twists and turns, naughty situation, and precarious. I don't know about YouTube, so I'm just going to cover that. We've got a fierce temper. I'm going to have to cover part of this too. It says has too many anger issues and dark moods. So perhaps maybe this is someone who is in their withdrawal. Maybe if they're showing signs of a little bit of depression even. Maybe feeling irritated or angry. I'm seeing a tangled web here. It says convoluted, justifications, caught up and entranced. And I'm seeing false hope at the bottom for you, so but you know what this feels like with this energy up here? That for some of you, with the comic being present, it feels like maybe both of you are aware that there are some blockages that are here, but it's kind of like maybe some of you not addressing them, like really having that conversation to say, okay, let's sit down and let's talk about what's going on here. It's almost kind of like kept where like both of you know that there's some issues here, but no one's saying anything. Or you haven't been able to have that conversation to talk about the deeper issues that are here. You know, and perhaps this person doesn't even give you the chance. Okay. So how are they feeling towards you? We've got unfinished business. We still have things to resolve and discuss. I agree. We have space. I need more time to think. What is this? Unworthy. You're a better person than I am. And then we have irreplaceable. The way you love can never be matched. broken. I feel shattered about this situation. Okay. How are they feeling towards you? Truth. I'm facing the truth that you still live deep inside my heart. We have dreaming. You are in my dreams night and day. You are my dream come true. Complicated. I find it also complicated for us right now. I need to fix my mind and life first. We have contact. I want to contact you and be honest, but I'm not sure if you still want to hear from me. We have karmic. I have to cut karmic ties. I'm in a toxic situation and I want to be free to love again. Okay. At the bottom of the deck, we have hopeful. I'm hoping for a chance with you. I don't want to give up on us. And if I could hold your hand just once more, I'd say everything I was too afraid to before. I replay our last conversation in my mind, hoping I'd said something different, something that would have made you stay. Sometimes love doesn't look like romance. Sometimes it looks like distance and growth and coming back stronger. Wow, that's a good way to look at it too. Okay. So the last part of this reading here today, we're going to be pulling some cards to ask Spirit what your advice is for this connection. What is your advice on this connection with this person? We have rekindle. Rekindle the old sparks, let love bloom anew. We have unconditional. Give unconditional love without the expectation of return. Okay, so maybe also just not forcing it. If this person feels like they need some alone time, they need to work on their healing, you know, hold space for that person, continue to focus on yourself, you know, moving forward with life. And then, you know, if it presents itself again, and you're open to it, then trying that. We have lock here. Lock your commitment away from the world's interference, you know. So I feel like with that, you know, I'm not necessarily seeing where Spirit's like, you know, you have to move on and stuff like that. Of course, you know, see how things kind of unfold here with this. Of course, you ultimately know what is best for you, whether you should continue, you know, to put forth energy here, but certainly not, you know, forcing something, especially if this person feels like they're not ready. Let them have their time and then just, you know, kind of detach from an outcome with this person, you know. And if that means to you, okay, I'm going to move on, then do what you feel is best for you and your mental and emotional well-being in this situation. Okay. All right. So that is all that I have for you, Group 3. I do hope this was helpful, and I will talk to you guys in the next reading.